Welcome to the Hornets Hivecast, presented by Charlotte Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates, the official eye, ear, nose, and throat care provider of the Charlotte Hornets. Here's your host, Sam Farber.
Without further ado, let's welcome Bryce McGowens here to the Hornets Hivecast. Bryce, thanks so much for the time.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
It's great to have you here. Your rookie season is starting to wind down now. A lot of things have been accomplished by you on the floor and off the floor. But first off, how does it feel now, almost through your rookie campaign?
Yeah, it feels great. It's been a long season, but it flew by quick. I feel like we were just in training camp, not too long ago. So, it's been great just, learning every day, coming in, competing with a great group of guys, and, everybody just staying locked in to the end. I feel like we've come together down this last stretch, and, we're even more locked in than, we were. So I feel like we're coming together, and, we continue to just build and compete.
There's been a lot to bring you together, but some of those same things could also have driven you apart. All the injuries, that's basically been the storyline of the season. What about this team and the chemistry you've built has allowed you to overcome those injuries and continue to put forth the kind of efforts you do on a nightly basis and not be defeated by defeat? Yeah,
I feel like just a group of guys, really just staying encouraging, staying positive, it's an opportunity for, different guys to step up and play more. And, so injuries have been tough, for us this year, have everybody's seen. But I feel like, we've done a great job just, fighting through it and, just continuing to play.
It's also brought upon opportunity for you. Obviously, it's not the way anyone would want to get on the floor, but you want to get on the floor. So did it happen faster or in a more profound way than you thought it was going to in terms of getting your minutes in the NBA early in your career?
Yeah, so coming in, of course, you never know, how anything's going to happen. But, from day one, it's just been staying ready. You never know when your opportunity's coming, and you never know when you're going to be on the floor. So just always being locked into, every little aspect of the game, of basketball. So, just staying prepared and staying ready.
Bryce McGowens, our guest today here on the Hornets Hivecast. Bryce, you're drafted as a second-round pick, and some teams sometimes when a second-round pick is made, that person is slotted to go right into the NBA roster. Sometimes it's a draft and stash type of situation. Sometimes, like with you, the intent is to have you be a two-way contract player to start and spend a lot of time with the G League affiliate for the Hornets, in that case, Greensboro. What was the communication with you at the start of the draft process or as you were being selected about what the Hornets wanted from you and what you were expecting coming into the league?
Yeah, I would really just say, like when I first got drafted, like I said, you never know, what's coming, and it's a lot that goes into it and everything. So really just coming in every day and just trying to work as hard as I can, and just learn and just be a sponge, really. Soak in everything off the court, on the court, and, just try and bring it every day. I'm trying to improve and show coaches, the players, like that, I can, possibly be on the floor. So I feel like just soaking everything in and learning as much as possible and executing.
When you're signed as a two-way contract player, there's no guarantee that a year two is even going to be in the cards with the big league club or with the G League affiliate, either one. But you've been rewarded for your hard work with now a full-length, basically, contract here with the Charlotte Hornets. What did that mean to you?
It means a lot, coming in and getting converted from a two-way contract and signing a longer deal than, I had. So, it means a lot. I feel like, it shows that, the team, it believes in my growth and me as a person and a player. So, I respect them and, that aspect, and thank them for giving me the opportunity, to be here long term.
Who was the first person you called when you got the news?
Actually, I called my brother first. Yeah. So when I was aware, and I called my brother, and who's now with Long Island Nets. So I called him, and he was super happy for me.
Take me through the conversation. What was he expecting it? Were you expecting it?
So it was really because I knew, my games were up. Like last game before All-Star break, I knew it was up. So, I never knew like what was kind of coming, and I was kind of just letting my people handle everything. And while I was in Greensboro at the time, so and I got the news, and I just called him and I was like, "Hey, big bro, I got converted and stuff." I told him the situation and the deal, and he was like, "I'm super happy for you," and I just thank him for really getting me to this point. Him being a big brother and him seeing everything and doing everything. I just behind him watching. So, I respect Trey for sure.
When you leave college as a one and done, you obviously have a lot of belief in yourself that you are going to make it as a professional. But as we talked about before, there are no guarantees in the game. So seeing the belief in yourself be paid off basically with a long-term deal, how fulfilling does that feel?
Yeah, it feels great. Just believing in myself, just believing in my work, believing in the people around me, for opportunities, and, just the man above, really for, just giving me the opportunity to play the game that I love and, a lot of people love and don't have the opportunity to play at the highest level. So, I make the most of it, try to make the most of it every day, knowing that, it's not guaranteed, and, just come in and work every day.
In certain respects, signing that contract's probably the end of one chapter, but it's a very early chapter in the story of your basketball life and your NBA career. You're still such a young player with a lot of room to grow. What are some of the things you want to work on here in these final 10 or so games of the season?
Really just continue to play the right way. When opportunity comes to score the ball, and really. For me, it starts on the defensive end because, I feel like, that gives me an opportunity to be on the floor knowing they trust you and coverages and, playing defense. So just really that and, just trying to show different things, leading into the summer, leading to next season. Hopefully we have a great season next season and as a team and in group. So really everything.
Bryce McGowens, our guest today here on the Hornets Hivecast. Bryce, you just mentioned about some of the hopes for next season, and a lot of teams that are in the vicinity of where the Hornets sit right now in the standings, they're in a building process or a rebuilding process where they don't necessarily know who some of the anchors of the organization are. Hornets in a very different situation. Injuries sidetracked this season more than anything. They were coming off a winning campaign the season before. Is there still the belief in the locker room? And I know you're new to the group in the sense that you weren't part of the team last year, but do you get the sense that there's that belief that, this season went off the rails for things we can't control, but the things we are controlling, we're improving at?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like, the group of guys we have, everybody wants to win. I feel like we have a winning group and, that all, buys in every day, takes the time and, just continue to work on their bodies outside of, off the court. Make sure they're ready to come prepared every day. So I feel like everybody's, bought in to, come in and compete every day, and just controlling what we control. Injuries, have hurt us this year, but I feel like we've come in and, competed and, stay hungry.
You don't have a lot to compare it to from the NBA level, but you have played under a former NBA head coach before, being at Nebraska under Coach Hoiberg. So what has Coach Cliff been like to you, head coach Steve Clifford of the Hornets? How's that relationship been, and what's it been like playing under him as your first NBA head coach?
Yeah, Coach Cliff, he's a great guy. He's honest. He doesn't play around, but he's on everything. He's just a great coach, man. He's good people. He wants us to compete, and I feel like we've been doing that and just giving it our all and staying locked in. That's really what he wants us to do, and just detail. Everything is detail with Coach, and just the little things. I feel like it can take you a long way with Coach.
That's one thing that's very different, college to pro. College, there's obviously a lot of immersion in the basketball program, but you've got school, you've got other responsibilities off the court. In the NBA, your job is to play basketball. And as you mentioned, Coach Clifford is as detailed as they come in terms of giving you all the information you could ever ask or want for in terms of scouting reports and game planning and whatnot. How has it been making the transition and keeping your focus throughout an 82-game season on all that detail, game in, game out?
Yeah, well, I say I came in like prepared a little bit. Having Coach Hoiberg as my coach. Him playing and coaching at the NBA level, and having a couple guys on the staff, coach on the NBA scene. So I feel like I was prepared. Offensively, like just running and like the different sets and coverages defensively. I feel like they helped me a lot to this next level with Coach Cliff. Him being NBA coach and detailed as well. I feel like college, it kind of going to Nebraska, it kind of helped me.
There's also going from college to pro, where in college you were the guy. You were leading scorer. You were the one with the ball in your hands. Here in the NBA, you're playing off the ball. Sometimes there's offensive possessions or whole runs out there on the floor where you're not touching the ball very much. How's that adjustment been?
Really just playing the right way. Not getting too caught up into that. Just really, doing whatever I have to do to stay on the floor. That's been the main thing. Just moving without the ball. Getting teammates open, off the ball, setting, back screens or anything really just to stay on the floor. It's been an adjustment, definitely, but, I've definitely learned my role, on this team right now. So,
with injuries and absences, there's going to be probably some more minutes for you here in this final few week stretch of the season. What are some things individually you want to accomplish in your last 10 or so games of your rookie year?
Just continue, pick up the intensity on the defensive end, offensive end. Trying to, as a leader, being here, being here in the next couple years and few years, try to build that leadership within the group, and just compete, play my game, be myself out there.
Bryce, we greatly appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us today here on the Hornets Hivecast.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Hornets Hivecast, brought to you by Senta, the official eye, ear, nose, and throat care provider of the Charlotte Hornets. For more coverage, visit hornets.com.